Welcome, everyone. I am Ebony Caldwell, founder of Publicity Brand PR, which is a public relations firm, full service, and I work with a lot of athletes, indie artists, brands, as well as filmmakers and authors. However, who is hosting this tonight is Publicity Brand PR.tv, which is your go to experts for mastering business growth, business development through effective public relations and leadership. So, today we're going to be diving deep into how developing an entrepreneur mindset can transform your brand, your business into a very successful company. But before we even get started, let's go over the housekeeping rules. First, I would love for you to stay engaged, take notes, stay focused on the valuable information that I will be sharing. Next, please hold all of your questions to the end of this webinar. However, the way to get your questions answered and for more support, visit our free business community by going to www.entrepreneurtrainingacademy.net. That is a free community, so you're not paying for this information. On this particular platform, what you're going to do after this webinar or at your convenience, you'll be able to ask questions, you'll be able to access additional resources that you may need, and you can even schedule a complimentary 15-minute coaching and discovery call with me. The whole goal is to make sure that we're here committed to your growth. So make sure you take advantage of all of the opportunities in this webinar that you are going to be provided with. So let's get started. Publicity Brand PR.tv. We are bringing you everything that you need so you can have an achievable, sustainable, successful business. But first, let's talk about what it really means to have an entrepreneur mindset. At its core, it's actually all about being innovative, being resilient, and being adaptable. As an entrepreneur, we don't just accept change, we anticipate it, we prepare for it, and we use it to our advantage. In public relations, this mindset is crucial. So here's the thing, when it comes to media and the way you communicate with the media is always changing. And that's because of social media and all of the different platforms that are out there, which include the smart TVs. So it's all about you being, like I said before, adaptable, knowing how to communicate properly. As an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs, we are thinkers. We're constantly looking for fresh opportunities to tell their brands the story and the story of how we're going to be engaging in a way that is an effective to the point whereas we're using public relations as a leader to grow our business. But how can we actually be effective? So look, let's break this down into actionable steps for the public relations strategy portion of it. So, as a business owner or brand leader, and when I say a brand leader, maybe you someone who have a brand. Your brand could be you. Even though I own several businesses, my brand is my name. My name is Ebony Caldwell, and because of that, I take value in my brand. And I tell anybody if you want to believe who I am and what I am capable of bringing to you and introducing to you, Google me. Your brand is you. Your walking brand. You may be a hairstylist, your walking brand. You may be a fashion designer, your walking brand. You may have some makeup or cologne. That is your brand. You may not feel like it's your business, but it's your brand. And no matter how many times you change your business name, guess what? It doesn't matter. You are a brand. So the most important thing is to know how to be able to separate the business portion of who you are as well as the brand portion of who you are. But as a business owner, like I said, or brand leader, you need to be strategic, but also flexible. Meaning you need to know how to not only separate the two, but know when it's time for you to be that chameleon, to be not just flexible, but adaptable. So here's how I approach things. Number one, strategy. So write that down. Strategy. Think like and visualize this. Think like a chess player, not a checkers player, but a chess player. A chess player is constantly thinking, they're observing, they're analyzing, they're figuring you out. Consider your brand's unique value and how it can address current trends or market needs. Number two, execution. Put your plan into actions boldly. An entrepreneur mindset means you aren't afraid to take risks and learn from them. You are not afraid to execute. And like my mother always told me, if at first you don't succeed, try again. That is the mind of an entrepreneur who is a leader. You're always executing and you're not afraid to take risks and learn from them. You learn from your mistakes because your mistakes are not mistakes. Your mistakes are actually learning lessons because you learn from them and it only makes you stronger. Number three, analyze. Always measure your results and be prepared for any pivot points, whether they may be good, whether they not be the greatest. And I would never use the word bad in any way that I speak. And let me explain why. Because I feel like there's no such thing as bad. Reason being is because you're speaking that into an existence is not a good word, right? So your brand is who you are. And because your brand is who you are, when you're basically pivoting from a situation that is not the greatest, it's okay because you are going to recreate your brand to make the pivot turn into what you want it to be, which is in your best interest. What worked, what didn't work. Use these insights to improve continuously. This is how you're going to analyze. Now, let's shift gears here to the leadership development portion of it. An entrepreneur leader isn't just someone who manages tasks, they inspire their team. They create an environment where everyone is encouraged to think creatively and to take ownership. So, what if you don't have a team? Guess what? Because you're an entrepreneur and you're a leader and your goal is to grow, envision you having a team and start learning how to delegate at an early pivot point in your life when it comes to your business. And let me explain why I say that. If you're doing, whether you're the brand or whether you're the business owner, if you're doing all of the marketing, all of the social media, all of the ordering from the vendors for your brands, calling all of the customers or the clients, guess what? You could have delegated that. And you probably say, well, here's the reason why I didn't delegate it. I didn't delegate it because I can do it myself. But the problem is, how many hours did it take you to call on the customer service calls? How many hours in a day did it take for you to call on clients? How many hours in a day did it take for you to call on people from your landing pages, from your leads. I can go on and on and on. Now you got to ask yourself, how much are you worth? Because whether you pay a virtual assistant that is out the country, $7, $8 an hour, whether you pay someone minimum wage, $15, $16 an hour. Ask yourself, how much do you think you're worth an hour? Are you worth $150 an hour? Are you worth $500 an hour? If you feel like you're worth that an hour and you did not reap those benefits in the return of your investment for the time that you put in, you wasted time. That was not a leadership move. It wasn't. That wasn't a leadership development move. That was, I don't want to call it a loser move, but you wasted time. And as a leader, you should not be wasting time because time is of an essence, and time costs money. And money is valuable. And you are the most valuable, accessible resource there is. So, like I said, think creatively, take ownership, but you are the leader in your company. Understand this, leadership starts with you. So, you need to invest in your personal growth. Be the kind of leader who embodies resilience and foster innovations. For example, at publicitybrandpr.tv, I myself focus on empowering my team to think like entrepreneurs. You know why? Because I'm an entrepreneur and I mentor others to be the same. And I want my people to be better than me. And trust me when I tell you, I am good. But understand, this is one thing, this is a quote that I love, right? This is from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. When I was like 20 years old, I wrote my first book and it was called Failure is the Best Way to Success. Guess what? It is. Because without failure, how are you going to learn? You need to learn. Failure is good if you turn it into an opportunity. Like Winston Churchill said, failure is not fatal. It is the courage that continues to count. It is the courage that's going to make you stronger. So every time you keep failing, you get stronger, stronger, and stronger. But you don't want to keep failing now because then that means you ain't learned nothing because you need wisdom there too. Just remember this, success is a journey. As you grow your brand, you cannot fear any setbacks. You need to embrace them, you need to learn from them. That's the essence of an entrepreneur mindset. Using every single experience as a building block for your future growth and to grow your business and to grow your brand. But to me, to be honest with you, one of the most important things, yeah, get wisdom, but you need to be able to grow your income to grow your financial legacy for your family, for your children, for years to come. Not just make a lot of money this month and this year, and next thing you don't have nothing to show for it. So this is why it's very important for you to understand why building your brand is extremely important, but why being a leader is important. Understanding public relations is important because there's a lot of things that is involved when it comes to public relations, whether it is crisis management, but for the sake of your brand, reputation management. This is all on the public relations. But when you're growing your brand and you're growing your company, you want to be concerned about your reputation. Your reputation is everything. Remember, that's what they have search engines for. People will Google your name, Google your company. And one tip that I will leave you with in this webinar, right? Write this down. Set up your Google alerts. Please set up your Google alerts. I need you to set up your Google alerts for your competitors. Who is your competitor? Who you want to be like? Who you want to be better than? Set up a Google alert. Set up a Google alert on your company. Reason you want that Google alert for your company because you need to know if someone says something bad about your company. You need to know if someone says something great about your company. You need to know if your company is involved in any type of litigations. Why is this important? Because that's your public relations part. You need to know everything that is pertaining to your circle. And your circle is your company, your name, your competitors, your brand. Okay. Now, this is why you want to set up the Google Alerts. And the way to do that is go to Google and actually type in Google Alerts. It's going to take you directly to the first link for you to set up Google Alerts. And the only way you can set up Google Alerts is you have a Gmail. So that's something important that I want to bring to your attention. Having your Google Alerts set up is one of the most important things when it comes to your business because at least you know who is controlling your reputation. In this particular case, you are going to be in control and responsible for your reputation. Without having a good reputation, it's not good for your brand if you want to continue to grow for years to come. So let's do something else. Let's talk about how do you apply this mindset starting this evening? What do you need to do to be a good leader? The very first thing is I want you to stay curious. Always ask questions. What's next? You need to stay updated with all industry trends and be willing to adapt. And what I mean is willing to adapt and stay current with industry trends. Say, for an example, you have an e commerce company. Well, if you have an e commerce company, are you up to date with drop shipping companies? Are you up to date with the different vendors that are out there? Because let's say you carry bondage dresses or you specialize in um, Italian men's suits, right? There's so many companies that have these Italian men's suits. Are you staying up to date with who is carrying the most updated items? But at the same time, are you staying current with the pricing? Because remember, it's just like gas. If the economy is doing great, the prices are great for you as a business owner, as a online marketplace. It's great for you. But if the economy is doing bad, prices go up just like gas. Stay up to date with your market. Say, for an example, you are a website designer or a graphic designer. Stay up to date. Get new certification if necessary. I understand that a lot of things can be self taught. There are things that, you may say, oh, I can go to YouTube for it. But the reality is, depending upon you're trying to close certain deals and you're talking to certain clients and they're asking you certain questions about the fact that they want to know if you're qualified enough to be working on their project, you need to be able to drop it. Oh, I have a certification in HTML. Oh, I have a Google certification. And by the way, you can get a Google certification for free. Same exact thing. Google it. And it will walk you to, Google training, Google certifications, and you can actually attend the Google University for free. So this is another valuable piece of resourceful information for you during this webinar. Next, you want to be relentless. Don't be afraid. Push through obstacles and maintain your drive. Success is only a marathon. It's not a sprint. Success is a marathon, and you want to keep being successful. You want to keep being relentless. So under no circumstances should you ever put yourself in a situation whereas you become the Debbie Downer or the negative Nancy, or you allow, most importantly, You allow other people around you to bring you down to the point you're no longer relentless. If you want to have this leadership mindset to transform your brand, you absolutely must be relentless and do not ever let nobody bring you down. Next, you want to invest in yourself, invest in your business. Take courses, attend workshops, and learn from other leaders. Growth should be a constant when it comes to your business. Growth should be constant when it comes to your career. Transforming not just your brand, but you're transforming your mind. You're transforming your leadership development skills. This is how you are going to become you 2.0, a better you. Finally, one of the biggest advocates is you. You're your biggest advocate. Your brand is a reflection of your leadership, your vision, and your determination. I'm going to say it again. If you want to transform your brand and transform your brain, your brand is reflection of your leadership, your vision, and your determination. That's because you was relentless and you kept pushing through and you did not let nothing keep you from going back. And like Winston Churchill said, failure is not fatal. It's not. It's only going to make you stronger. And my motto is failure is the best way to success. So your brand is a reflection of your leadership, your vision, and your determination. Now, if you are ready to level up your business and brand, I have an exciting opportunity for you. You can sign up today at publicitybrandpr.tv for a 7-day free trial. You'll be able to get access to all of our expert led courses on branding, marketing, public relations, public speaking, business growth. This is actually your chance to experience firsthand the tools and strategies that is needed to take your business and brand to the next level. But let me tell you something. What's even more interesting about this training platform, unlike any other ones that's out there, we add videos daily, not just one or two. We add several videos daily. So this is always updated. And part of your membership, you automatically get 15 minutes, a 15 minutes complimentary one-on-one coaching session every single month to go through either what type of project you're working on, the new business that you're working on, or how did the training go? What would you need for us to do better? What would you like to learn? So it's not just you watching freaking videos that you can feel like you could watch on YouTube. These are real videos by real experts, including myself. And again, you get mentorship with it. After 7 days, it's only $49 a month. You can't beat that. Please also don't forget to join our free business community. That's free. Like, you don't pay for that. The free business community, the way you join that, and that's where you're going to ask all of your questions about this webinar or any other questions you may have, that is at entrepreneurtrainingacademy.net. Again, entrepreneurtrainingacademy.net. Here, you'll stay active, gain access to exclusive business resources and tools, and connect with a supportive network of like minded entrepreneurs. But remember, staying engaged in a thriving community can be the game changer for your success. So you have to make sure you stay engaged. Thank you for spending time with me today. I am so excited to have you here and just to be able to give you some insightful information that's going to help grow your business, grow your brand. So I want you to keep dreaming, keep building, stay inspired, transform your brand. Remember that you're a leader. Nobody can tell you you're not a leader. You are a freaking leader. Remember that the success starts with you. The success starts with your actions. I will see you at publicitybrandpr.tv and entrepreneurtrainingacademy.net. And I am hoping that I become one of your coaches or mentors. So thank you for watching, and please make sure you visit entrepreneurtrainingacademy.net and ask questions. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That is what the business community is for. It does not cost you to ask questions. There is no tricks and anything like that. We want you to be successful because your success is our success.